Hello again and welcome. Today's new book is Poor Dad, Rich Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book revolves around three characters, a poor dad, a rich dad, and Robert Kiyosaki, the son. In this book, the writer wants to compare between a poor dad and a rich dad and see what is the difference between both of them. When he compares between the poor man and the rich dad, he saw that both of them has different minds. The poor dad always thinks the traditional ways of going to school, get a job, save your money, and don't buy things that you can't afford. But the rich dad thinks other way. The poor dad thinks always that education and hard work are the passports to success. On the other hand, when he tried to ask both of them how can he be rich, the poor dad said you have to get education and you have to work hard so you can achieve success. But the rich dad said, I will teach you how to be successful. But first, you have to work for me. It's yes or no. Take it or leave it. So the son, which is Robert Kiyosaki, accepted his offer and worked for him. The rich dad deliberately paid him low salary and made him do more hard work. After some time, the writer came to him and said, that's enough. I can't take it anymore. Whether you raise my salary or I quit right now. The rich dad said, very good, that is what I was waiting to hear. You are one of those little people who refuse to work hard for a little salary or for some meaning to sell themselves short. So now you are ready on your way to be successful and rich. Let's start with things that you can do. He told him that the first lesson is, we know that there are some things that you can't afford to buy, but instead of saying I can't afford to buy something, say, how can I afford to buy something? When you say I can't afford it, your mind stops working and that promotes negativity. But when you say how can I work on achieving it or how can I afford it, your mind starts finding creative ways to answer. Many people are too afraid of being called weirdos because they can't do things in the traditional ways. They want to get out of their traditional ways, but at the same time they are afraid that people can judge them and say that they are weirdos. And because of that, we let too many emotions control our minds and our decisions, which are fear and greed. And those two main emotions helped us to stick to the outdated phrases of go to school, go to college, get a job, and stay safe. While in reality, there is no job safe anymore. An example for fear is when you get a raise at your job. A wise decision when you get this raise is to invest in yourself and try to increase your money into something that can get you more wealth and can build your wealth. For example, to put it into stocks, bonds, that can help you. But that has a little bit of a risk because you'll have a chance of 60% to double your money or a chance of 40% to lose your money. As a result of fear, you will be afraid to lose your money. That's why that will keep you from doing it. But when greed takes over, you might think of spending this money in improving your lifestyle, buying fancy cars, and payments eats up your money. If you come to think about it for an instance, you will find that you will lose 100% of your money. This way, you should take another look about educating yourself financially, since we don't receive any financial education at school or in college. So sadly, this all depends on you. For this reason, many people don't save money for their retirements. So in order for you to start and take an action is to start now. Try to think about what you can and can't afford. This will help you be able to set realistic financial goals. Next, adopt the mindset of work to learn instead of work to earn. Try to enter fields that you have no clue about, like sales and customer service. And try to specialize or set aside 5% of your income to buy books and take courses on how to increase your financial IQ. It is important to keep motivated. Try to keep yourself to ask yourself, I want and I don't want. Try to exclude items that you don't want to. Like, for example, saying, I want to retire at the age of 50 and I don't want to be like my broke uncle. Finally, manage your risks instead of avoiding them. Try to use your money to acquire assets instead of liabilities. Assets are things that generate money and increase in value over time, like stocks, bonds, and real estate that you can rent out. But liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket, like cars with monthly payments, house with a mortgage, and of course debts. That's it for today. This is the end of our episode and the end of our book today. Bye and see you next time.